So guys, on something very interesting, it seems like BLXCKIE has come out to diss LUCASRAPS on Reece's collaboration with him on P2. BLXCKIE dropped a very dope verse on Reece's one time, but it was brought to my attention that he's dissing LUCASRAPS on that very same verse. He suggests that achieving financial success brings a profound change in one's life and emotions, going forward, indicating a sense of authenticity and a refusal to go back to a less successful or genuine state. Following that, he highlights a shift in relationships, implying that his friendships have changed, possibly because of his newfound success. Again, following that, he touches on the fact that there are emotional wounds that go beyond simple fixes, alluding that success may have come with its own challenges or losses.
I'ma try them millions, whole different feeling when you making millions. I cannot be your real civilian. Too late to go back to the old days. They used to be my dogs, now they all straight. Whole different vision, that whole different campaign. Some injuries can't get healed by the band-aid.
So it's quite obvious that he's addressing LUCASRAPS right there. Their friendship has been on a chokehold lately, and it has been proven to have came since BLXCKIE took over the game, leaving LUCASRAPS on the edge. BLXCKIE continues to throw lines at him, saying he had the opportunities in his hands but couldn't sustain, which is quite true, and again says he had it but couldn't maintain.
This shit was impossible, now it's just mundane. Yes, you had it, but you couldn't sustain. Yes, you had it, but you couldn't maintain. It's no secret, I'm focused on one thing. I can switch, but it's not in my DNA.
BLXCKIE had explained LUCASRAPS to have dropped his debut album 031 to the world as a retaliation to the situation that he was in when BLXCKIE dropped his Before Now debut album. So their friendship started having some negativity inside right at that point, which led to them throwing shots at each other and also unfollowing each other on Instagram at some point. Their friendship is really no longer the same. So BLXCKIE again says he's not gonna be out there trying to reconcile with his former friends, especially LUCASRAPS. His focus is on one thing, which is success. That's where his strong dedication is at. He also touches on switching sides, saying he can switch but it's just not in his DNA, which implies a reluctance to change his core identity or ambition.
It's no secret, I'm focused on one thing. I can switch, but it's not in my DNA. Hit the cape and they shut down the VNA. Niggas still in the swag, but it's way too late. I'm the king of this shit, I'm the head of state.
I believe that if there's any objections to these allegations, then I guess people just don't know what they want anymore. BLXCKIE had explained his relationship with LUCASRAPS to be unstable, impacted by BLXCKIE's success, so he couldn't keep up with being in the house all the time with his friends that he used to work with.
Then there was questions between your relationship with him at some stage of the game. How did Juniors manage that? Because I know how that goes. Like, you know, niggas co-sign niggas, and then niggas become their own niggas, and then it's like things get tough sometimes.
Yeah, bro. So it's actually deep, you know, but I'm not trying to like really like dive into it. Like I can give you like a quick
like a young synopsis.
So yeah, Big Time Slapper happens, the album happens. Within that whole shebang, like I'm running around, I'm doing launches, I'm doing interviews back and forth.
And you've gotten Gasset now, so you're on fire also. On a different fire that he's on.
So everything's going crazy. And I don't really like see Lucas as much anymore. We're not in the studio as much because now it's time to run around. We can't be in the studio.
It's time to be outside,
you know? Lucas
it's no longer lockdown now.
Yeah, it's different now. So Lucas decides, I'm gonna go jump into an actual record deal. You know what I mean? Because the original was just a management deal. The same one I'm in right now is just management, distribution.
That's when he moved out the crib.
Yeah, so he moved out this house and got the Def Jam Africa thing. And that whole thing.
Oh yeah, he did the Def Jam way, no? Yeah.
And then he dropped the album.
Yeah.
And then bro, that's basically.
Were you on the album, Lodge?
I wasn't on the album.
You weren't on his album.
I wasn't on the album, unfortunately. But I was on the deluxe.
Yeah.
With,
should say it was still a bit hot when he was releasing the album.
It was a little bit tricky at the time.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't tell you why. Not because like there's like a thing, but just I also don't know what.
Yeah, it just got.
We've had a few conversations about it, but like there's no real.
Exactly, for real. Like,
you know what I mean? That's why even like to this day, it's like still a little bit touch and go. Like we cool, we link up with each other and stuff, but like
it be like that in the game though, especially with niggas who put each other on. Like Especially if you're not gonna be like, if you niggas stayed a duo, I think he'd be fine. But because then you had to do your own thing. When one nigga's more on fire, then the other things get weird. Because I think also fans make it weird. Because then fans start talking shit like that.
That was also another thing. But yeah, I don't think the duo thing would have worked like as like a solid
forever
always
thing.
moving, because he already had his name, and it's like if we're a duo, then it's like I'm like holding him back in a way, because
that's how it felt at the time. Like,
yeah, because I wasn't mainstream yet. I just had the album as an underground artist, and it sort of did its thing on Apple and did whatever. But at the time, it was just like he's still coming up. It's the debut album. It's not like he's already established, So if we were a duo, it's just gonna be like it's LUCASRAPS and then this other
Couldnt,
guy.
did he put his album out before you?
No, he put it out in the same year, like a few months after.
So your album came first.
Okay. Even though he was working on his one when I first pulled out.
So you niggas had been apart while working on y'all's albums?
No, he was here when I was working on my. That's why it's on.
That's why it's on your album. So when did he make his? When he had left?
When he left, like I did know the songs. I knew what songs he was planning on putting on it. But yeah, when he left, we sort of like lost connection, and then he probably recorded more stuff, and then he dropped it. But yeah, bro, I just feel like it was more like that drop, because that's his debut album.
Yeah.
And I feel like it was more of a retaliation or like a response to what was going on.
To your drop.
Because in his situation, it was like, I'm leaving this whole info thing and I'm doing this Def Jam thing. And whatever's going on in terms of management, who he's fighting with or whatever, it's sort of...
Because he was fighting when he left.
It sort of put him in the corner to put out that thing. And it's like, I don't think that's the right energy to have a debut album.
There with. Yeah.
But it happened. And yeah, his album did the things, some songs out there went lit. But yeah, I don't think that was the right energy for like a debut album.
On the other side, LUCASRAPS had also disclosed to be missing his longtime friend and collaborator, A-REECE, better known as BLXCKIE. Adding on that, he said he's not beefing with him. But one sad part is that LUCASRAPS had asked BLXCKIE for a verse on his album, but till today, BLXCKIE is still thinking about it. Here's exactly what he had to say.
I don't have beef with BLXCKIE. You know what I mean? I don't. When I see him, I dap him up. You know what I mean? But like, it's something I told him where it was like, yo, bro, imagine we ants in a container, right? I'm a red ant, you a black ant, right?
Yeah.
So someone shook this container and we started getting angry with ourselves.
Okay.
The enemy, the person who shook the container.
Yeah.
That's the best way I can explain it. And today, it's like, fuck, I learned my lesson and I went my way, and that's why I have this. And I'm at peace right now.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I trust he's at the same peace he is, but like, bro, when I left M4, I'm even being. I'm not the type of person to like talk bad on things. You know what I mean? But that really did hurt me.
Okay, yeah.
Like I was really hurt.
Yeah.
Like fucking hurt.
Yeah.
Bro, I asked BLXCKIE for a verse on Yeah. And he said he's gonna think about it, and he's still thinking about it.
Damn, boy. Yeah.
So, like,
I feel, yeah.
So like, you know what I mean? I won't lie to you, on some G shit, I was hurt. You feel me? But I also had to learn, hey, sometimes you have to, sometimes you get punched in the face, but you have to get up.
You gotta keep moving, boy. Yeah.
Get up.
Do your thing.
And so, I mean, I have no hate to nobody. I have no. I went through the frustration part. I went through the angry part. I'm at the point where it's like there was so much damage done that we can only either build from it or let go.
So from how things are adding up in my mind, BLXCKIE is the bad guy in this situation. He's the villain. From what I'm taking from what LUCASRAPS is saying, he actually has no bad blood with BLXCKIE, but it seems like BLXCKIE just keeps on taking it to that direction, which is quite heartbreaking, looking at how far they came. LUCASRAPS has done really a lot for BLXCKIE, so I believe what BLXCKIE can do at this point is just to lift up the YOG. But anyways, what do you guys think is actually happening between these two artists? Who's actually the bad guy in this? Let me know what you think about that in the comment section below. And that is the end of the video. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel for more. Peace out.
Perfect.